I'm back. I'm back. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Chubba has hidden the dead cat, which is a terrible name for a microphone thing, but the dead cat is not here. Hi everyone, welcome back. I should really watch my last video and see where we left off because it's been an incredibly long time. It's literally been like 6 years since I've done a vlog update. A lot has happened since then. Oh, this is distracting. Okay. So it's been 6 years. Wow, where do I start? Last you saw me, we were living in Newfoundland. We moved to New Brunswick. New Brunswick was time with our family and time for Chubba to get his immigration paperwork into line. And in order to do that, we got married. Honestly, getting married wasn't in our mindsets to happen right away, but I don't regret a single moment of it, neither does Chubba. I did plan a whole wedding in a month. I guess that would have been great vlog footage. It's an emotional time, especially when it's not what you always pictured on both sides, but it was a time and we got it done. And it was beautiful, it was glorious, and then Chubba flew back to Hungary. After Chubba came back, he played house husband, he helped my grandmother, his paperwork came through. It came!
It's for me! It's from Citizenship and Immigration Canada to Chubba Kurshi.
Chubba, we've been waiting for this paper for 2 years.
Nice document, okay. What is this? It's a
It's a work permit! Chubba got a job in Nova Scotia. So we moved provinces again. We've been here since 2015. We bought our house in 2017. Chubba's very good at documenting things, and if you go to his channel, you can see updates on all that variety. But what I really wanted to talk about here was the big change that's happening for me. The grandioso changietto. That's because I'm pregnant. We've been trying for a couple of years now. It's something we both really wanted, and we're very glad we bought our house and we got married. It's go time. Pew, 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 pew. Let's pop some seeds in that oven and see what explodes. Getting pregnant at someone my size, I won't lie, I was quite heavier before I am now. I was over 50 pounds heavier this time last year, where I had an emotional breakdown about my weight, and I just decided, okay, this is it. We gotta figure this out. If I wanna have a family, I need to get myself into the fit format to be a house for a tiny creation. I cut out a lot of different foods I haven't eaten in a really long time. I changed everything. And I lost 50 pounds, it took a lot. I actually used this app called Lose It, which was phenomenal. You know, I didn't feel like I was restricting myself of anything. I just logged into the app, and if I went over one day, I didn't penalize myself for it. I was very frank with myself. I was very reasonable with myself. So everything was happening because I made it happen. And I was just watching portion controls and watching what I ate and try to add more vegetables and try to eliminate some of the crazy fats and carbs that you don't realize that you eat all the time. Then after 50 pounds lull, I got pretty depressed because we still hadn't been getting pregnant. I worked really, really hard to get to where we were, and I remember just saying, screw it, I need a break. I'm just gonna, you know, continue the habits, but I'm not gonna track it. I think that's what I needed. I think I needed a break from the mindset, because I bought the ovulation kits and I bought all the crazy stuff and I started like tracking it, but unfortunately my periods were so out of whack. I was going like 3 or 4 months without a period, and when they would come, it would be like Mount Vesuvius. TMI? Probably. You're gonna deal with it though. Before any night I would drink with our friends, I always took a pregnancy test just to be sure, because periods were irregular, ovulation tests were all over the place. You took the basal temperature probe in the morning. Beep, beep. I always felt like I was doing it wrong. When Chubba went away to Hungary in November, I was about to go drinking with friends that night, and I took a pregnancy test, and it was double-blind positive. I couldn't even contain the happiness that was inside me. I wasn't crying, but I was on the verge of every emotion coming out of your body that you could possibly feel. Like, it is the most incredible feeling, because I've taken so many pregnancy tests and I've taken so many ovulation tests, and nothing just doesn't add up. And you just see that one line and you're like, frig, all right. But this time it was, I saw both lines. And I actually had bought the kit that came with one regular test and then one digital test in case you were pregnant, so you could confirm. I took the first one with the 2 lines and I ran downstairs, and our friend, my best friend V, is living with us, and I ran down and I ran into her room and I was just like, it's happening. Like, she thought someone had died because I was that emotional. And I was like, no, it's happening. And I was shaking and I shook it back and forth. And she was like, we need to call an adult. So we called her mom and told her. She was very happy. And I took the other test and I remember laughing, just like full on Alyssa laughing at that little test as soon as I saw the word pregnant. Ha, 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 ha. The whole world had told me that I wasn't gonna get pregnant because I was way too big, or I wasn't gonna be good enough, or something was wrong with me. And here it was, I defeated the odds. And that's when I called my mom and dad and I told them the joy in their voices, because I didn't see them. I wasn't the type of person to hold it in. This is not me. I need to tell the world. My mom was so happy and my dad was so happy. Chubb isn't hungry right now. He needs to be able to experience this amazing joy of telling people. So I decided to tell him. I talked to him on the phone. I was like, hey, can we chat? I miss you. And I sent them the picture of the double pregnancy test saying positive. The voice that I got from Chubba was so heartwarming. It's something we had both longed for so long. I think he knew it as much as I did that we did it. Probably was one of the most beautiful moments you can have with someone who is thousands and thousands of kilometers away, which is hilarious. I got knocked up and my husband wasn't even here. We think the deed happened in late October after an infamous board game night of Scruples. Chubb and I were pretty drunk. We don't drink very often, and it was one of those nights where it was at our house and we were like, we're both gonna drink, let's go. Maybe it wasn't, maybe it was, but that leads us to being due in mid-July. That was kind of our little story of how we found out we were pregnant. When I finally saw Chubba at the airport, because I picked him up like 2 days later after he got to tell all of his friends and family who were just over the moon, people who were rooting for us, you know, and now it was happening and it was like, ha 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 ha. That's the laugh. And I bought the books, the What to Expect When You're Expecting and Dude, You're Gonna Be a Dad book. Seeing that ultrasound for the first time, seeing that tiny little heartbeat and seeing the little, it wasn't moving then, but it was just alive. You know, it's, I'm gonna cry because of hormones, but it's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And the fact is that it's still inside me is one of the most ludicrous things I think anyone could ever go through. That is how we found out I was pregnant. Stay tuned for more. I'd like to get into different things that I went through because in my first trimester because we're plus size. A great experience that this baby has already saved my life. So how did the baby do it? I don't know. You're gonna have to find out. I want to take you guys on this little journey as we go and meet our little potato for the first time and see them grow up. All right, thanks, goodbye, have a great day. We'll see you next time. Tra-la-la.